Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving deep into a topic that affects many of us: toxic relationships. Specifically, we'll explore 11 attitudes that reveal when someone is using you and doesn't genuinely care about your well-being. This wisdom comes from Stoic philosophy, which teaches us to see things as they truly are. Number 1, they're only around when they need something. Picture this: your phone lights up. It's them, after weeks of silence. Suddenly they're full of warmth and charm. But there's a catch: they need a favor. Sound familiar? This hot and cold behavior is a classic sign of a user. Stoicism teaches us to observe patterns objectively. If someone only appears when they want something, it's time to reassess that relationship. Number 2, they never reciprocate. Relationships should be a two-way street, but with users, it's more like a one-way highway. You're always giving, and they're always taking. The Stoics emphasize the importance of justice and fairness. If you find yourself constantly drained without receiving anything in return, it might be time to set some boundaries. Number 3, they're experts at guilt tripping. After all I've done for you, sound familiar? Users are masters of emotional manipulation. They'll make you feel guilty for not meeting their demands, even when those demands are unreasonable. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Remember, you're not responsible for their emotions or expectations." Number 4, they're conveniently forgetful. Ever notice how they forget your birthday but expect you to move mountains for theirs? This selective memory is a telltale sign of someone who doesn't truly value you. Stoicism encourages us to judge people by their actions, not their words. If their forgetfulness seems suspiciously convenient, it's probably not accidental. Number 5, they're always the victim. In their world, nothing is ever their fault. They have an excuse for everything and always play the victim card. This attitude goes against the Stoic principle of taking responsibility for one's actions. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Someone who constantly blames others isn't interested in personal growth or honest relationships. Number 6, they're jealous of your success. A true friend celebrates your victories. A user sees your success as a threat. They might downplay your achievements or try to compete with you. The Stoics believed in focusing on our own progress rather than comparing ourselves to others. If someone can't genuinely be happy for you, they're not on your team. Number 8, they're inconsistent. One day they're your best friend, the next they're cold and distant. This emotional roller coaster is exhausting and unfair. Stoicism values consistency and integrity. As Seneca put it, if one does not know to which port one is sailing, no wind is favorable. If someone's behavior towards you is wildly inconsistent, they're likely sailing without a moral compass. Number 9, they don't respect your boundaries. Users often push your limits, ignoring your comfort zones. They might show up unannounced, make unreasonable demands, or disregard your no. The Stoics emphasize the importance of self-control and respecting others. If someone consistently oversteps your boundaries, they're showing a lack of respect for your autonomy. Number 10, they're always in crisis. Life has its ups and downs, but for users, it seems to be one emergency after another. And guess who they always turn to? You. While it's good to help friends in need, constant crises might be a manipulation tactic. The Stoics advised maintaining emotional equilibrium. If someone's perpetual drama is disrupting your peace, it might be time to step back. They're quick to criticize, slow to praise. 1.5 minutes. Nothing you do is ever good enough for them. They're quick to point out your flaws but rarely acknowledge your strengths. This behavior goes against the Stoic principle of fairness and the idea that we should focus on our own flaws rather than others. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury." Respond to their criticism with kindness, but don't let it define your self-worth. Number 11, they disappear when you need them. The ultimate test of a relationship is reciprocity in times of need. Users vanish when you're the one requiring support. This betrays a fundamental lack of care and goes against the Stoic virtue of justice. True friendship, according to the Stoics, is based on mutual goodwill and support. There you have it, 11 attitudes that reveal when someone is using you. Remember, Recognizing these patterns is the first step towards healthier relationships. The Stoics taught us to focus on what we can control: our own actions and responses. We can't change others, but we can choose how we react to their behavior.